Yeah, I watched the. Fuck it. For the sake of this, we'll say his name. First and last time. The last time I'm saying his name. Tekashi 6ix9ine. AKA Pennywise. So if y'all ever watched the show and y'all hear me saying Pennywise, that's what I'm talking about. In case y'all haven't figured that out yet. So Pennywise had been on an interview spree. He been trying to get everybody to interview him. He reached out to Joe Budden, he declined. Gilly declined. But he was able to get he got interviewed by what's the white dude named, the YouTuber?
Jonah or something.
It's brothers.
Jonas.
Look, fuck.
Oh,
What's the two brothers? They got blonde hair and they super rich.
I just know they be
huge YouTubers.
I just know they be boxing. I don't know.
Yeah, one of them that be boxing.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
What's his name? Anyway, one of them interviewed him. Clown ass interview. He interviewed him. Then he got interviewed on a Spanish by a Hispanic. I don't know, Puerto Rican.
He got interviewed by an Hispanic.
By a Hispanic woman from I guess she was on a big network. But the one I saw was the chick that runs Ball Alert. Is Ball Alert? Shade Room. Mm-hmm. That was the one I saw. So I watched it. It was like 2 hours, maybe an hour long. One segment he talked about why he snitched, and the other one he just talked about, I guess whatever, just random shit. I'll let y'all go first. What did y'all think about the interview?
Other than it was long.
It was
pretty lengthy.
Right.
Go ahead. You could go first. I feel like you was gonna say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say it was interesting. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah. He had to say all of the things he said to capture my interest. So I feel like I heard everything I need to hear from this nigga. Like I had no interest in watching the interview from him. Mm-hmm. But he said some things that made me, in a way, feel a little sorry for him. Keep it 100. I felt a little sorry for him. But I would fully feel sorry for him if I took his words for face value. Or felt like he was genuine in some kind of way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When he told the story of how, Shotty fucked his baby moms, he saw the text messages. Just all of these things he breezed over like it was nothing was crazy to me. And it's like, bro, when he said because he didn't get confirmation that she was sleeping. If this is the story he's giving, he never got confirmation that she was fucking Shotty. So because he was jealous, he beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Right? He punched her in her face and fucked her up off of what he felt. With no confirmation at the time. Mm-hmm. There wasn't even no hardcore evidence she was fucking this nigga. So right there, even with you giving that story, you look like a maniac, my nigga. You just was wild insecure. Whether you was right or wrong. Yeah. You had no confirmation or no indication saying she was cheating on you.
No, there was indication.
Indication, but no confirmation. At the time.
Right.
Based off his testimony.
Right.
Right? So you out of pocket all the way. I do believe him to a certain extent as far as what Shotty did. Not because of what he said, because I heard other people say it.
Okay.
Other guys, I'm saying how much of a foul nigga this was. And these are guys who wasn't even affected by nothing. Like they still got, when you can say, yo, fuck that nigga Pennywise 6ix9ine and fuck Shotty, I could take your word for something. Because you're not trying to get anything out of it. Mm-hmm. They wasn't trying to gain nothing. They just saying, they just telling their side of the story. So they were saying Shotty's foul. But that don't mean he foul, but I like Tekashi.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, fuck both of them. Mm-hmm. That nigga is foul.
Yeah.
He was on the floor. He was a bum nigga. Like, a couple of people said the same thing. So I believe Shotty's, what they say about his character, based off of that. Do I think 6ix9ine deserved what happened to him?
What happened to him?
Getting robbed.
Getting beat.
Nah, from the story told, it don't sound like he deserved that. What you think?
Or
just fronting it.
No, of course he don't deserve. All right.
Trying to be gangster.
Of course he didn't deserve it. But that my same stance on that is my same stance that I had about Jacob Blake. Same exact stance. It's like
he didn't do anything to avoid it.
He didn't do nothing to avoid it. Like I don't think he should have been in none of them situations in the first place.
I think the answer was clearly given in the beginning of the interview when she asked him to clarify his definition of a snitch to him. And he gave a complete different type of, like, that's not what a snitch is. And I understand what he was trying to say because he felt betrayed and he felt like, well...
I think he, oh, go ahead. I told you.
He's basically, like, saying that he's kind of justifying what he did, right? And off rip. So I think... once he opened it up like that, that's where I couldn't really take it. I mean, I wasn't going to take it regardless because he seemed like the type of person that was going to snitch either way. Right. He just had a reason to now be like, oh, well, you know what? Fuck y'all because it's fuck me. So, you know what I mean? It just seemed mad phony.
Well, did he change the definition of snitch or did he say what snitch is based on?
No.
He said it's based on loyalty.
She asked him, what does snitch mean to you? And he said...
Let's play it. Go ahead, but keep talking.
No, play it. Because I like when she basically, like, reinstated it.
She gave her definition.
Yes, and she gave everybody's definition. Like,
everybody's definition. I don't remember him changing it. I think he just said, all of that is based on loyalty and honor.
We'll start there, right? You know, we talked about it and I told you that I had some conversations with some, people in the industry, and half of the people said black women, like, from the
yeah, like my first girlfriend. I don't know if she gonna see this interview.
Girl, and a lot of people, and I'm gonna tell you this, right? When you did that, because we know that Nipsey Hussle said something about you before in a song, or he talked about
him doing.
Grew up in Bushwick.
Was that here?
So what was the purpose?
Why snitch?
I think it was the second part. Sorry.
Anything to get out of a situation. I'm trying to say.
What's your definition of a snitch? Let's start there.
A snitch is somebody, I feel like a snitch will do anything to get out of a situation. I'm trying to say, like, a snitch will get faced with something and will just give up their mother, their brother, everybody, their whole camp just to be free. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the lowest of the lowest. A rat, right? Mm-hmm. A rat is somebody who betrays their beloved ones.
Stop that, right?
Yep, stop that.
Did he change it?
He didn't change the definition of snitch, but
okay.
He still did. But I believe that he is who he's describing.
But that's the only part I was talking about.
Right, got you.
But you think he's saying what the point that he's getting to? Because he's saying he didn't change the definition of snitch. He's saying snitching. The definition of snitch is based on a certain instance, and that instance is with people who you are loyal with,
right?
Who you're riding with, and who you're showing honor to. So he's saying not snitching is an honorable act, right? So you do it for people who don't dishonor you. So he's basically saying...
Okay, so he's basically... Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's justifying that he's snitching because he didn't feel like he should be loyal to people that were disloyal to him.
Is he justifying it, or is he just telling you why he snitched, and then it's up to you to judge...
Nah, because when they got to the why, because it took the whole video to get to the why.
It's a story.
When they got to the why, it was more so him saying, the Fed saved my life. Like, I had no choice type shit. That's how he made it.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
That's all you got from it? You didn't hear anything about
I think he was making an attempt.
Disloyalty with...
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I think he was making an attempt. I think he was making an attempt to justify what he did.
Of course he is. Nobody, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying he didn't change the definition, one, because that's manipulative to change the definition. I'm not defending him.
No, he didn't change the definition.
You get what I'm saying? I just like shit to be like what it is.
So so what you're saying is he didn't change. He told the precise definition of a snitch, and then told his side of the story.
He told you why he snitched, and
we had to determine whether he was that or not.
Well, that's up to you. I'm just saying, he's saying, look, this is why I snitch. I snitch because I won't snitch on somebody who...
So he's saying he wouldn't. So it's a hypothetical situation.
He's saying I wouldn't snitch on somebody who I felt honored me and was loyal to me. I won't snitch on somebody who's loyal to me.
Yeah, but the thing is, the meaning of snitching, right? But still, the definition, she made it clear. In the street, she's not even a street person. I'm not a street person, but we've been around it. Y'all probably, you know, it's if you are affiliated with these people to do certain things, and regardless of what, because that's emotional shit. Because it should be money over bitches, and it should be your niggas over bitches anyway. But I understand his logic when it comes, and his emotion in it. But what I'm saying is the definition is you don't rat on people that are in your clique.
He's not saying he's not a snitch.
What?
What do you mean?
What you're saying sounds like something you would say to somebody who's
okay
that they're not a snitch.
So
he's saying, I am a snitch, here's why I
asked
snitch.
him what's the definition of a snitch.
Yeah.
But no, he did say in the interview that he don't think he's a snitch.
Yeah, he said that's not me.
Right. That sounds crazy
to
me until you hear him break down.
But that's what I'm saying.
But see, and also that's assuming if you believe him.
Believe what?
What he's saying.
His story.
Yeah, his story.
What part of the story?
Everything.
Because everybody agrees with him on that. Even the people who don't like 6ix9ine agree that Shotty was disloyal to him.
Right.
So that's his only point. I don't care about snitching on that. And not only is he disloyal, he's also a threat to my life. And he also said, and that's another part we're leaving out. He said, I survive a better chance out in the street with my money. He only gets the deal. He only gets the 13. Remember, he's broke. He can't protect anybody that he loves, right? He said he's broke. He's already in the red in lawyer fees. Mm-hmm. So he gets a $13 million offer from a record label. Mm-hmm. That offer only stands if he gets out. Mm-hmm. So that's another reason to snitch. Okay. Let's talk logic and practicality here. Right. That's another reason to get the fuck out of jail. The other reason, which he also said, is that he stands a better chance of surviving outside. That's another reason to get the fuck outside. Because basically what y'all telling them to do, or what anybody, or what I'm telling them to do by street code, is to stay in jail and be an easier target. Because the main dudes who are targeting you and the powerful ones are behind the wall with you. So get the fuck out. It's like,
here's my thing.
I don't think he's justifying it.
Here's my thing. I don't think his life was that much in danger at all, bro. I think everything he says is full of shit. I think he's really good. He's a A1 class act manipulator, bro. I don't.
You don't think his life is in danger, but in prison?
No, outside of prison.
Okay. Let me ask you.
But 6ix9ine got locked up for what he did. Because here's the thing. Even if everything he's saying,
what I'm about to say, right?
Listen, even if everything he's saying is true, Shotty fucked his baby moms, stealing money, threatening his life, he still put a hit out on Kuda B.
Facts.
He still
exactly what I'm saying. He still made all this noise.
Because my thing is, he still was rich, right? Outside of jail. Mm-hmm. He could have been broke ties with them niggas if he felt like it was some smoke.
He did when he found out.
Because them niggas was broke.
When he found out what was up, he did.
No, and he did post a video. He posted a video that he fired everybody. He already
knew because he said he was ready to
But
snitch.
he said he had to stretch it out. He had to do that in order to set himself up for the deal. I'm not talking moral right now. I'm talking strategy.
They offered him the deal before, so he knew.
You don't need to offer him. You could just think. You could just stop and think about what's going on.
But see, the way he spoke the story was if he said he was ready to snitch on them based off what they did. He didn't say.
I think he was saying the whole situation. Him being afraid of the feds.
Yeah,
the whole thing made sense.
He 100% victimized himself in this interview. He 100% made himself.
How is he not a victim?
Because he never talked about what he did. Because remember, we said this before. Tekashi didn't get arrested for what they did. He got arrested for what he did.
So that's his. That's why. Remember, I said this. Gilly should have took the interview, and this is why, because Gilly would have been like, "So what up with the hit you made on Homeboy?"
Right.
Shorty was more so trying to talk about moral. She was trying to talk about like she was on the moral, but the emotional moral.
Yeah, right. That's true.
You know what I mean? I feel like Gilly would have asked that question because you can't really shit on him for not bringing that up. Because he wasn't asked the question.
And that's why I feel like the interview went how it went. Because he was mad emotional through the whole thing. Do y'all think
you felt like that?
I think so.
Shade Room?
Yeah. You know why? Because he spoke a lot about how he felt that they betrayed him rather than him explaining like, yo, this. I feel like he would have got more respect being like, yo, this is why I did it. They fucked up.
Right. Like when you give the reasons why, as if you wouldn't have did it if those reasons didn't exist.
And he did that first.
But we don't know that.
That's cap.
But we don't
But
know
he
that.
did that first.
No,
That's not fair.
We do know that. You know how? Because if the thing is, hey, I got arrested for putting a hit on Kuda B. I got arrested for laundering money through the gang.
Mm-hmm.
I got arrested for these things.
Yeah.
They offered me X amount of years because of what I did, and in turn, I didn't want to go to jail, so I snitched on these niggas. That's why he snitched.
Well, I think...
Sorry, my bad. He made it seem as if I didn't do none of that shit I did matters. I told because they were disloyal to me. No, nigga, but you didn't get arrested for what they... You didn't get arrested. That's
he did. He got. I think a majority of the time was the kingpin. He got kingpin.
Right, but well, that's proven.
Let's not ignore that. Like,
well, I will say this: every bit of trouble.
You understand? You understand what I
got you.
Like kingpin. He got king. They were basically saying he was running the game.
Every bit of trouble that he got in, that they got into during the statue with him, was because of him. All of it. Every beef.
What do you mean because of him?
Every problem they had with somebody, right? Say, all right, we're on All Jokes Aside podcast, right? So I started the show, but because of the status that we have now, some nigga be like, that's the nigga from All Jokes Aside, right? And you get into a beef with him, right?
Shotty was beefing with him.
Let me finish. Would you have gotten into that beef if there was never All Jokes Aside podcast?
Yes, Shotty gets in the beef.
Yeah, but Shotty was a broke ass regular nigga on the block. Like he didn't have.
But
no
yo, did y'all ever see the video? It's actually a funny video. Y'all saw the. I remember when 6ix9ine had the video laying in the bed with Trippie Redd's ex.
Right.
Alex.
Did y'all see the video of them shooting that?
Yes, I did see.
Who was shooting it?
I didn't see who was shooting.
It was Shotty.
All right.
That's Shotty.
Shotty was standing on the bed filming that shit. Shotty was with all of that. We can't say.
No, but what I'm saying.
Are you attempting to separate them? Like
no, I'm not separating them. What I'm saying is, I can see him getting the kingpin part of it because his money.
He made a call.
His money and his fame is what funded the issues. It funded it all.
Their money.
Well, 6ix9ine is the source of the money. Because without 6ix9ine's music, there is no Shotty. There's none of that.
But that doesn't give you the right to say it. It's just his money. It's their money.
Well, regardless.
Okay.
They can't. None of this would exist without 6ix9ine. None of it.
Okay.
Right? So
would this exist without Nitrate Bloods?
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's be fair.
But they've been around. And they've been trying to get on, and then nothing happened.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, they didn't come into existence when he came along. They blew up when he came along.
Well, remember that he did bring up in the interview that he felt like it was Shotty and somebody else that was beefing over him, like for his money.
Right.
Harv.
So, yeah.
That's who robbed him.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
They were fighting over him. Right. So was Snow Billy.
Right.
But I just feel like, it's clear that, because in that situation that he explained with Jade, his new girlfriend and stuff like that,
right.
She mentioned that Shotty seemed like he was an envious person around him and stuff like that. To me, it's like, I feel like these are things that he had to know.
No, he knew all of it.
You get what I'm
view
saying?
him as a person who got in too deep, shit blew out of proportion. And then in that instance, if shit just got too deep, shit was getting too hot, and you backed off.
Me and Pyrex together,
right there.
Watch two words collide.
I would take a little
boy out the sweets when we got hella whores inside. Whoa, I'm the shit.
When you throw that red flag on, and you put down
I'm the shit.
You start mad. Niggas
stop doing that.
No, bro.
That's how he murdered Charlamagne. He didn't start no.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm the shit.
He didn't avoid it.
Y'all jokes aside. I'm the
You
shit.
online saying suck my dick, man. You showing up in niggas' cities.
I'm the shit. I'm the shit.
Going to Chicago for a while.
Responding to me.
But when you do that, you're not. You want it.
I'm not defending him. I just narrative. I'm clearing it up. You said he started. That's not
cool. I'm so sick of fucking you. There's a lot of niggas who talk shit about niggas online, and they just.
Oh, I'm not responding to no fucking.
He used all of that beef to antagonize people.
Yep, absolutely. And then when
Shotty and them didn't do that. That's all him.
You can't say that.
Listen, When I see
Shotty is filming in the
don't matter.
What yo? You do film. You do film. We do film.
I'm gonna kill Quincy right now.
You don't even know what my point is.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna sit here and allow you to separate Shotty from the fuckery. He is all the way in the fuckery.
You know why I'm saying that?
When a nigga is standing on a bed, that means
recording.
I'm getting this shot. No, fuck recording. Mm-hmm. When you're standing on a bed, that means you're a part of the production, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
You ready? You know why separate Shotty?
Why?
Because he's still doing the same exact thing now. With no Shotty.
So? That doesn't mean Shotty wasn't doing it.
Hold on. What I'm saying is he's the mastermind behind all of that shit. Because Shotty's in jail, everybody's in jail, and he's still doing the exact same shit now.
Different discussion. I agree that 6ix9ine is the mastermind of the rap marketing, which is
of the beef marketing. He's still do what?
The actual beef part.
He just went back to Chicago to do it again.
No, I agree with you. The beef marketing.
Yes.
Here's the difference. 6ix9ine goes to Chicago.
Right.
How am I gonna keep the beef going and get out of here safe? That's 6ix9ine.
Right.
That's marketing mastermind. Shotty is how we gonna get to Chicago and beef, and it's whatever.
Yeah, but that's
Shotty.
But
it's whatever with Shotty.
But
like he really wants the beef.
There is no it's whatever if 6ix9ine doesn't do the beef
That's
marketing.
not my discussion. I'm not talking about what is possible because of who. I'm talking about who was active in what. Shotty was active in beef, bro.
I'm not removing Shotty from nothing.
He didn't have to rob Homeboy from Rap A Lot.
What I'm saying is they both play.
In Manhattan.
What I'm saying is, ultimately, when it comes to this case, these niggas was equally guilty.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm saying
You said it was all 6ix9ine.
And I'm saying that regardless of him fucking his girl and stealing his money.
Man, fuck all that. That's victimization.
So when you use that as an excuse, that means you're also saying you did nothing wrong. He did everything because Shotty's not in jail for fucking 6ix9ine girls stealing his money.
He's in jail for the beef.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Thank you. So that's my point.
Okay, right.
You see?
And 6ix9ine should be in jail too.
Yes, but he snitched to get out.
But my point is, during the interview, he 100% victimized himself.
He did. He didn't speak on
nasty.
his shit at all.
At all.
And Gilly would have asked it.
He would have brought
That's
it.
why he's. And if you listen to 6ix9ine's pitch to Gilly, he said, "Yo, don't sugarcoat shit. Come at me. I'm wrong. Give it to me."
You know what though? One thing I real respect. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I respect that he was honest because he did speak. It's not like he couldn't speak about that because he spoke about beating on his girl. He spoke about other stupid shit that he was really doing, but that was all a facade, not to say
right.
Because I felt like he
didn't
was
stop her.
Right.
Well, maybe he did. He could have. He might have said, "Yo, don't bring up the Kuda B shit." He could have did that.
He could have did that. He could have did that. But if he's coming at what's his face with all this energy talking about some ask me everything and anything.
Yeah, Gilly,
It's like, you know.
I think 6ix9ine. I think 6ix9ine thinks he's smarter than what he is.
For sure.
I think he thinks that, you know, I think he's narcissistic as fuck. All right, all jokes aside, right? All jokes aside.
We didn't tell no jokes.
All jokes aside, right? I think
really, we was real serious.
I think this nigga wanted the cautionary tale because I'm gonna go on a limb and say he's finished. Because remember last year we spoke about this before he went to jail, and I said, yo, he can come out and he can go to the Spanish market. It was another interview that popped up, and he was talking about Anuel, how that's his brother and this XYZ. Anuel said, "I'm not fucking with you no more. You a snitch."
And you know what?
Let me tell you something.
Spanish niggas be on their street shit heavy out there, so they not with that.
Let me tell you something about Anuel. That nigga's different.
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he's different.
And
they don't even allow him over there.
In the Latin market.
They don't allow him in Puerto Rico.
If that nigga make a call, somebody like him, Daddy Yankee, they go got their own these street
OG niggas,
reggaeton rappers. If that nigga Anuel say, yo, fuck 6ix9ine, he's done in the whole Latin market.
He's already done. He's already done musically.
He's done. Here's another thing. That money about to run out. When the money runs out, security runs out.
His life is in danger again.
Y'all want to make a prediction?
What?
I don't think nobody gonna kill that nigga.
No?
I see him getting like a reality show.
There you go.
Yeah.
He got to go reality show.
He got a
himself.
He
personality.
got to get out of music or somebody.
He does.
Like,
He's hilarious.
He's never really. He was actually, even though he did have a couple hits, and he was solo on those hits, so you got to give him his credit. But music was never the strong place.
Right.
He did good.
Nobody
good
ever
songs.
fucked with 6ix9ine because of his music.
He's a borderline comedian. Borderline.
Yeah,
Instagram.
and he's a
comedian.
troller.
I wouldn't say comedian. I say
He's a
he's a
troll.
personality. He's a
No
personality.
disrespect. Personality.
Like Fat Boy SSC, he's a personality.
Personality. My
He's
bad.
a personality. Yeah.
No disrespect to comedy,
Definitely
but
not a
yeah,
comedian.
but he's funny. He
is.
makes me laugh.
He's a troll.
100%. One of the greatest shows ever, but he had a very short-lived career. This shit was short, bro.
Music career.
In and out.
He took off though.
But
He took off.
time-wise, it was short, but he did a lot.
He did.
Yeah,
did a lot.
His music is done. I think he got to chill. I think he got like now because I thought for sure, and I apologize to my Puerto Rican Dominican dudes. I'm not saying y'all per se, but I felt like the community just because I'm watching
I
online.
thought you would have said Mexican.
I felt it. They said they ain't fucking with him.
Oh shit.
Mexicans ain't fucking with him.
And he Mexican? Oh no, he.
When I
Mexican.
said that,
Oh.
when
Yeah,
you
that's
said
right.
that, I
they
said,
said,
is Cartel gonna respect that?
Yeah.
Remember I said that?
When they said, I'm talking about the kids who's into the rap.
Right.
I'm talking about them.
Right.
It's certain OG calls that be made. Like when a dude like Anuel is like, no, cause that's a street dude, been in and out of jail. That dude, when a dude like that say fuck you,
It's fuck you.
no, everybody else in Puerto Rico says fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You're done, bro.
Facts.
So you ain't got the Latin community, you ain't got the black community.
It's over for you.
It's over,
if
bro.
You're smart, bro. You know how to edit.
It's his music. His
better.
album flopped.
Get back on that YouTube.
He
game.
got
flop.
he got muted, but the album wasn't hot anyway. It was like two songs.
But it
I heard
flopped.
it was like 2 songs on it.
It
that was
flopped. It flopped, bro.
Yeah, he got muted.
He went from like 150 projection to
Yeah.
like 35.
Nasty. All the music, and this is just facts. I'm not defending him. All the music platforms muted him.
Should have.
They didn't.
And
Wait, what? Now,
he
you
deserved
stepping
it.
into funny ground now.
He deserved it.
Why should they have muted him?
You don't remember what he did with Billboard?
Billboard is not Spotify.
Don't matter. He's a. All right, play
What?
this. He's a liability. He's a liability. So I see why they would not.
I can name a couple of liabilities that didn't get muted.
Music wise,
Yeah. What makes him a liability? To Spotify or
right.
Apple Music.
When you see a Spotify music, an album like say Jay-Z drop,
Yeah.
you're gonna see his. When you say muted, they're not putting your shit on the front.
Yeah, he didn't
And
get
you're not in the new music section.
That's basic.
Right.
That's not
Right.
like special
Right.
treatment. Like
right.
album drop, you get your shit.
Putting him. I mean, you got to search for him as opposed to him popping up.
Yeah.
Right. Putting him on the front and not putting him on the front is the difference between you having a video out about you.
Yeah.
Right? So if you don't put him there at all and everybody kind of like uniform don't do it, it kind of like nobody didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like no backlash. So it's like, well, Spotify didn't do it, Apple didn't do it, Tidal didn't do it.
Oh, I'm just you said he flopped, so I'm just mentioning
Right.
that's important to add. that
With him,
he didn't get no promo.
with him, if you're a professional, integrity is very important. He has no integrity. You know what I'm saying? He has no integrity.
No,
None.
I'm not arguing whether he got integrity. I'm just
Yeah.
saying integrity ain't got nothing to do with selling records. Like, I ain't gonna say nothing to do with it.
I think for the most part, I think people would rather separate themselves from. It's kind of like fucking signing Antonio Brown. Nigga's the best wide receiver in the fucking league, but you might get a bitch beat up next week. He might be beating his baby moms up next week. He might be telling the coach to suck his dick. So although he's the star receiver on the team,
Yeah.
you know what? I'd rather not take my chance on you, bro. Too much issues with you. Like Pac-Man Jones was back in the days, you know what I mean? If you want to use it as a sports analogy.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about 6ix9ine. That's why they muted him. It's like, listen, his album out, we're going to allow it to be on the platforms, but as far as promoting it, nah, we ain't doing that.
I think it was. You know what? It was that's the only thing that makes sense. It was the Billboard shit.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
That just shows you how much Billboard has influence over these platforms.
They silent and they shut that shit up real quick. And then remember, it wasn't just that. He was saying big artist names. He threw Selena under the bus. Who else he threw under the bus? Huge artists. He was throwing them under the bus.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, like you talking
Ariana
Grande, like you talking about artists that pretty much fund this music industry.
You got to be doing Eminem numbers to do that type of shit.
Right, like he's talking that
to say that type of shit.
When you tell Selena
battery. Camera 2 battery, but
it's an extra battery, it's a backup battery now.
I mean,
When you tell not Selena Gomez, what's that name is? Ariana Grande. When you talking shit about an Ariana Grande, right? And she has Billboard, she has Spotify, she has Apple, and 6ix9ine is making her fans questioning her.
Yeah.
You don't think Selena, Ariana Grande people is like, yo, listen, y'all got to shut this kid the fuck up, or we pulling our shit off your platforms.